Susan is a veteran, works at Veterans Hospital. She's a veteran worker now. She works at Veterans Hospital as a case manager nurse. Something you don't know about Susan is that she also writes web pages, which is pretty neat. Susan's speech comes from the advanced manual. It involves persuasion and motivating. And the name of her speech is entitled The Wonder Years. So as soon as Susan puts out her handouts, which I'd be very happy to help you with if you'd like me to.
We'll have to go every other person because this is turn out.
There you go. And as she gets closer here, let me welcome Susan Rose.
Well, don't trust anyone over 30. That was the motto of the baby boomers. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. I, Susan Rose, was born in 1954 in the very heart of the baby boom. The baby boom lasted from 1946 to 1964. And even today in the United States, there are 78.2 million baby boomers of us still around. We are basically about 33% of the population of the majority of the states in this country, except for Utah, which they seem to have a lot of children in Utah. But other than that, the baby boomers are still around. I remember first grade. Can you imagine this? There were 64 kids in my first grade. And that was in my classroom. And Sister Phyllis Marie had us all folding our hands and minding and learning everything. And there were 63 in the other first grade. It was incredible. And we felt we could conquer the world. And boy, when we got to be teenagers, you ladies that weren't in this culture at that time maybe, you really missed it because we thought we could really have a revolution. And in 1967 and 68, it was a peace and love revolution. It was, let's go to San Francisco, wear some flowers in your hair, you'll find some kind and some gentle people there. It was all about hugging strangers, peace and love. Being a freak was a compliment. It wasn't a matter of exclusion. So what happened to us? We got over 30 and we got responsibilities, jobs, children, and later on when we got in our midlife crisis, we have the parents on one hand and the kids going to college on the other hand. We became the sandwich generation. Well, right now, my mother's off to heaven, my last parent, and my daughter has graduated from college. So I am busting out of my sandwich. And I want to call up to all the other baby boomers that can listen to me or can remember this time. Why didn't we trust people over 30? We didn't trust them because we had ideals, visions, hopes, plans for the world, plans for the country. We saw the Earth from space for the first time in 1968 when we first made the loop around the moon. And we knew this planet could be a beautiful place. But the people up there in their 50s and 60s, we felt like they wouldn't let us. Well, guess what? Now we are the generation that we were waiting for. So let's crawl out of our sandwiches and do something about it. Now, to help inspire you, I passed out lyrics to one of my favorite songs that is really all about me. And I hope it's all about you too. And I want to play this for you, and I hope it doesn't go too much. But do you remember this? Follow the words. There are metaphysical words that are very important in this song. Yeah, don't live in that dark, dirty place. Come out.
Outside my window was a steeple with a clock.
If you know the words, you can sing along.
12:30.
this is Mamas and Papas, the true sages of the 60s. Now remember, the canyon was the canyon of love, peace, harmony, beauty, hope. We can do it again. Who wants to lie? No longer keep my blinds on. Pull the blinds off.
And I can't keep myself from talking. At first so strange to feel so friendly, to say good morning and really mean it, to feel these changes happening in me,
But not to notice till I feel it. Feel it?
young girls are coming to the canyon.
Well, I would really like to have a train.
I can no longer keep my life.
You get the picture about that. There's one warning in this song, which is the next verse. And it says, don't let yourself sink down into that negative thinking, because cloudy waters cast no reflection. You can't see your own beauty in the mirror if you allow your thinking to become cloudy. Images of beauty will lie there stagnant. Vibrations are not in harmony, they're bouncing in all directions and lie there scattered into fragments. So please, remember that time, remember that feeling, remember that joy and harmony and peace. We are the generation that we were waiting for. We are finally at the place in a lot of responsible positions of authority. We're in that 50 and 60 age group now, for those of you who are also boomers. And I would like you to remember that Albert Einstein said there are only two ways to look at life. Either nothing is a miracle or everything is a miracle. So I would like to challenge everybody who's from the Wonder Years to not be afraid of the word Pollyanna. Pollyanna is a compliment to me. Pollyanna had full spectrum light therapy when she hung up the crystals and made the beautiful rainbows on the wall for the elderly lady. Pollyanna really had it together. So grow old along with me, all you folks from the Wonder Years. The best is yet to be. Thank you.
That was wonderful. Now I would like to speak to our